through sleep. Here at the Johnson Space Center, the mission management team has just wrapped up their meeting today, and joining us is Leroy Kane, who is the Space Shuttle Launch Integration Manager. He's going to provide us an update on today's meeting. Thanks for joining us today and taking time to give us this update. If you can, just go ahead and give us a little update on how the meeting went today.
Okay, well, it's good to be here, Nicole. We did just finish our mission management team this afternoon, and we did our normal routine as far as going through a review of the mission operations, how things have been going today and the previous 24 hours. Things continue to go very well. The vehicle's performing outstanding manner. The crew is doing great. We talked a little bit about the EVA today and the progress made there. The big thing we did today was we finalized our clearing of the thermal protection system. We had on Friday we cleared the wing leading edge, reinforced carbon, and the nose cap, and the other associated RCC systems, and then on Saturday we cleared the tile and the blankets and the rest of the TPS, save for one area on the left OMS pod that we have an area of slightly raised blanket. So the folks wanted to go off and finalize that analysis and continue that work. So they brought that in today, and that represented the final work that was necessary, essentially, to clear the TPS for entry. So as a management team, we reviewed that data, and we have unequivocally cleared the thermal protection system at this point for entry for discovery. So that was a milestone for us, and it's good to be at that point here at this early stage of the mission. We, in addition to that, we reviewed for the propulsion elements, the solid rocket boosters, solid rocket motors, the external tank, and the space shuttle main engines. We do a preliminary performance. We do a review of the preliminary review of the performance of those elements, and we review that in the mission management team during the mission, as we did today. And then there's some forward work there associated with any minor squawks or potentially IFAs that we have in those systems. But we do that just to make sure if there's anything in those systems that we might need to pay attention to during this ongoing mission. And there isn't in this case. We've done that preliminary assessment, and the propulsion elements perform very well. And of course, we'll do our normal post-flight, rigorous, complete, and thorough review of all those systems. So we had a very brief, I think it was less than an hour today, mission management team review overall. And again, we've cleared the thermal protection system for entry. So that was kind of the big ticket item today.
Great. No, that's great news and significant news. And also, since you mentioned it, we will be bringing the replays of the solid rocket booster imagery. So that'll be replayed here on NASA TV at 4. Unless there's anything else you'd like to add, we're curious with regard to forward work you might be looking at for Atlantis based on what you're seeing with Discovery.
Okay, sure. As you know, we take all of the lessons learned that we have from missions, vehicle performance, systems performance of the TPS, and we feed that forward into the process for the work that we have ongoing on the vehicles for the upcoming missions. And we're doing that as well in this case, where all the elements are concerned, including Atlantis, which we're just coming up on final processing in the orbiter processing facility. We're going to do the review of all of that work here on Wednesday of this week in preparation for rolling the vehicle out of the OPF and over to the vehicle assembly building for mating with the solid rocket booster and external tank for the next mission. So we have a few things that we're feeding forward relative to the TPS, just to make sure that we have the tile bonding process that we want to have, and some of the other minor squawks that we had. Again, we're feeding those forward in the process to make sure that we've relooked at those various areas on Atlantis, and that is part of our normal course of action for anything that we see during the ongoing mission. So other than that, I don't see anything that is going to preclude us from continuing with the processing that we're in the midst of down there right now, and probably planning for a mate somewhere on the order of a week from now.
Thank you so much for that update. We really appreciate you coming in on Sunday and giving us this update after the mission management team briefing.
Okay, you're welcome. Glad to do it.
All right, we'll return to our ongoing mission coverage. This is Mission Control Houston.